You've probably heard of Odysseus, Greek hero, king of Ithaca, professional war survivor, and the guy who thought it was a great idea to taunt sea gods. This is the story of one of his most famous and most terrifying adventures, the Cyclops. After fighting for 10 years in the Trojan War, Odysseus just wanted to go home. But the gods had other plans. A bad wind sent him and his crew way off course, and they spotted an unfamiliar island. Rocky coastline, no signs of life, just sheep, lots of sheep. And for reasons only Odysseus understands, that meant, let's explore. So he takes 12 of his men and heads inland. What do they find? A cave, a big one, filled with milk, cheese, and some unusually large sheep. Odysseus, being very respectful of other cultures and property, decides to help himself to all of it. Unfortunately, the owner of the cave comes home. His name is Polyphemus, and he is not just any monster, he's a Cyclops. That means he's the size of a barn, has one giant eye in the middle of his forehead, and absolutely no chill. Polyphemus notices the uninvited guests, says nothing, and eats 2 of them. No conversation. No, hey, what are you doing in my house? Just straight to human snack time. Now, Odysseus and his men are trapped. The Cyclops rolls a boulder across the entrance, a rock so big only he can move it. Odysseus knows they can't fight their way out. Even if they kill the Cyclops, they'll still be stuck in the cave. So he comes up with a plan, a very weird, very clever plan. He offers Polyphemus some wine, very strong wine, Greek wine, the kind you don't drink unless you're sitting down for several hours. Polyphemus loves it. He gets absolutely wasted. And before he passes out, he asks Odysseus, "What's your name?" Odysseus answers, "Nobody." Now remember that, it's important. Once the Cyclops is unconscious, Odysseus and his men take a huge wooden stake, heat it in the fire, and stab him right in the eye. Polyphemus wakes up screaming, thrashing, howling in pain. The other Cyclopes on the island hear the noise and yell, "Who's hurting you?" Polyphemus shouts back, "Nobody! Nobody is hurting me!" So they say, "Well, if nobody's hurting you, then shut up and go back to sleep." And they leave. Odysseus's plan works, kind of. Now they need to escape, but the boulder is still there. So Odysseus ties each man under a giant sheep. When the blind Cyclops lets his flock out in the morning, he feels their backs, but doesn't notice the humans clinging underneath. Genius, right? They all sneak out, they get back to the ship, they're free. And then Odysseus ruins everything. As they're sailing away, he can't help himself. He yells back to the shore, "By the way, my name's not Nobody. It's Odysseus, king of Ithaca. Tell everyone who outsmarted you." Polyphemus, now furious and partially blind, prays to his dad, Poseidon, god of the sea, and says, "Please curse this guy so he never gets home, or at least make his life completely miserable." And Poseidon, because he is an extremely dramatic god, says, "You got it." And that's how a brilliant escape from a Cyclops turned into a decades-long ocean curse. Odysseus may be clever, but sometimes clever people are also kind of dumb. Stick around for the next episode where Odysseus gets a magical bag of wind, almost makes it home, and then messes it up again in spectacular fashion. Because nothing in Greek mythology ever goes according to plan. If you liked watching a one-eyed giant get tricked by a wine-drunk war hero, smash that like button like it's a boulder blocking your cave. Subscribe to join the crew as we sail through storms, monsters, and more questionable decisions. More myths, more laughs, and more Odysseus coming your way. Don't miss it.